A customer walked into my shop last month with a question I've been hearing more often lately. He was buying a new Accord, already decided on the car, already knew the trim he wanted, but he was stuck on one thing. The salesperson had shown him two completely different window stickers for the same car, and he couldn't figure out which engine was actually worth the difference. One was a turbocharged 1.5-liter four-cylinder. Other was a 2-liter hybrid with 2 electric motors. $5,000 separated them on the lot. He said, "Mike, on paper the hybrid looks better at almost every number. So why am I hesitating?" Welcome back to Honda Decoded. I'm Mike. 25 years in this shop, and that question, 1.5 turbo or 2.0 hybrid, is one of the most important decisions a current Accord buyer can make, because these two engines produce two genuinely different ownership experiences. Not just different numbers on a sticker, different feel, different maintenance, different cost curves over 100,000 miles. Today I'm breaking down both. Real specs, real driving feel, real long-term costs, and exactly who should buy which. Oh, the answer might surprise you. It surprised him. Let's get into it. 1. The two engines, what you're actually choosing between. The gas engine is Honda's L15BE, a 1.05-liter turbocharged inline-4, making 192 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque, paired with a CVT. Global starting price on the 2026 Accord with this engine comes in around $28,400. The hybrid runs Honda's LFC5, a 2-liter Atkinson cycle inline-4 paired with 2 electric motors for a combined output of 204 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque, all using Honda's eCVT power split architecture. Starting price is around $33,800, $5,000 to $7,000 more depending on trim. On paper, the hybrid wins almost every category except price. More torque, significantly better fuel economy, slightly quicker 0 to 60. But specifications on paper and the experience of owning a car for 7 years are two completely different conversations, and that's what most buyers never hear at the dealership. If you're sitting between these two engines right now and not sure which way to go, subscribe before you decide. This is exactly what Honda Decoded is built for. Point 2. Performance and driving feel. The 1.5 turbo has something the hybrid doesn't, and it's hard to quantify on a spec sheet: character. The turbo builds boost in a way you feel, a physical push in the seat under hard throttle. And for a driver who enjoys that, gas Accord is genuinely engaging in a way that feels traditional and satisfying. The CVT is the weaker link under hard acceleration, holding RPM high while road speed catches up, but in normal driving it's smooth and completely unobtrusive. The hybrid does something different. 2 electric motors deliver 247 pound-feet of torque from 0 RPM. So the acceleration off the line is immediate and effortless in a way the turbo simply can't replicate. Press the pedal and the car moves. No spool time, no CVT hunting, no delay. 0 to 60 comes in around 6.7 to 7 seconds for the hybrid versus roughly 7.3 for the gas engine. In the real world, instant torque makes the hybrid feel like the quicker car even though the horsepower numbers are close. Honest verdict. The 1.5 turbo is more fun in the traditional sense. You feel it working. The hybrid is more effortless and more refined. If you want to feel the engine, buy the turbo. If you want to forget the engine is there, nothing in this price range does that better than the hybrid Accord. Point 3. Fuel economy and real ownership cost the 1.05 turbo is EPA rated at 32 miles per gallon combined, with real-world highway numbers landing around 38 to 40. The hybrid is rated at 44 to 48 combined, with real highway figures coming in at 40 to 46. That gap is significant, and it compounds over years. At 15,000 miles per year and $3.50 a gallon, the gas Accord costs roughly $1,640 a year in fuel. The hybrid brings that down to around $1,100. $540 saved every year at the pump, and that number grows if you drive more or fuel prices rise. The hybrid costs $5,000 to $7,000 more upfront. On fuel savings alone, the break-even is 9 to 12 years, which sounds long. But hybrid Accords are holding resale value significantly better than the gas versions right now, which moves that real break-even point much closer. If you keep this car 7 or more years and drive average or above average miles, the hybrid's total cost of ownership becomes genuinely competitive with the gas engine even after the premium. if you're planning to sell in 4 years or driving under 10,000 miles annually, the math never catches up and the gas engine is the smarter financial choice. Oh, that fuel cost math is the number most Accord buyers never run before signing. Subscribe so Honda Decoded keeps putting these breakdowns in front of you. 4. Reliability and maintenance. Both engines come from Honda's track record of building powertrains that last. But what maintenance looks like over 100,000 miles is different for each one. The 1.5 turbo has a history I have to be honest about. The 2018 to 2020 versions had documented oil dilution issues, fuel washing past the rings into the oil on short cold weather trips, the same pattern we've covered in other Honda turbo breakdowns on this channel. Honda addressed it with software updates, and the 2021 and newer versions are significantly improved. If you're buying used, the model year matters. Even on updated versions, or recommend oil changes every 5,000 miles rather than stretching to whatever the maintenance minder suggests. The hybrid's LFC5 gas engine runs in a fundamentally different environment. Because the electric motors handle most city driving, the gas engine sees fewer high-load combustion events and more time running in its efficient range. Less wear per mile. The hybrid battery carries an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Owned real-world high-mileage hybrid Accord ownership hasn't produced the failure rates that early hybrid skeptics predicted. Most are running well past that warranty window on the original battery. One more area where the hybrid wins quietly. Brakes. Regenerative braking handles most deceleration before the pads ever touch the rotors. I've seen hybrid Accord owners come in at 80,000 miles with brake pads still at 60%. On a gas Accord doing the same commute, O's would have been replaced twice over. Long-term, the hybrid is simply the lower maintenance car of the 2.5. The verdict: which Accord engine is right for you? Here's the honest answer I gave my customer, and it's the same one I give every Accord buyer who asks. If you drive a lot and plan to keep the car 7 or more years, buy the hybrid. The instant electric torque makes it feel quicker, the fuel savings are real and add up, long-term reliability picture is excellent, and it's holding its value better on the used market. For high-mileage commuters, it pays for its premium and then keeps going. If your priority is the lowest upfront price, or a more engaging driving feel, or you know you'll sell in 4 years or less, the 1.5 turbo is still an excellent engine. Simpler on paper, 5,000 to 7,000 cheaper to start. And for a shorter ownership window, the fuel math never forces the issue. My customer drove 45 minutes each way to work, 5 days a week, and planned to keep the car at least 8 years. He bought the hybrid. His situation, I'd make that same call every time. The surprise isn't that the hybrid is better, it's how much better it gets the longer you own it. Honest disclosure. These numbers reflect EPA figures, published 2026 pricing, ownership patterns from real-world Honda data, and my own shop experience, not a guaranteed outcome for every buyer. Fuel prices change, driving patterns vary, and individual maintenance history affects every car differently. If you're genuinely on the fence, test drive both transmissions back-to-back in real traffic before you decide. The difference in feel is something a spec sheet can't fully communicate. 2 engines. Same car. 2 completely different ownership experiences, depending on how you drive and how long you keep it. Know your numbers, know your habits, and the right choice becomes clear. Drop your situation in the comments. Miles per year. How long you plan to keep the car, which engine you're leaning toward. I read everyone, and if the math points somewhere obvious, I'll tell you. If this breakdown gave you clarity on which Accord is actually right for you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Honda Decoded puts this kind of real numbers analysis in your feed every single week. Thanks for watching. Know your engine, know your numbers, and your Honda will take care of you.